Hey guys, it's Truth Tiger here. I've got a video here today about not being lukewarm. Not being lukewarm, not being half-hearted, not sitting on the fence, not trying to be about two things at once, Nah. So, in the book of Revelations, it's Revelations 3:15 and 3:16. And I'll give a little context on the book of Revelations first. It was written by John the disciple, not to be confused with John the Baptist. That's a different guy. But John was a disciple of Jesus Christ. He was his youngest disciple. He was thought to have been around maybe, 15 years old or so, just a teenager. And the book of Revelations is written by that same John, the disciple, but at the end of his life instead of at the beginning. So he's about 90 years old when he writes the book of Revelations. It's written on the island of Patmos, which is, I believe, off the coast of Greece. And he was being held there as a prisoner by the Roman Empire, by the Roman government. So, yeah. And there is a verse in Revelations 3:15 and 3:16, and this is being addressed to the church of Laodicea. Laodicea is an ancient city in Turkey. It's quite a wealthy city. And basically the people there were about their wealth, about the money, about socializing, being a socialite, being a social climber, taking fancy vacations, and so what God says is, I have this against you, that you are neither cold nor hot. But you are, I messed that up. He says, I have this against you, that you are neither cold nor hot. I would rather that you be one or the other. But you are lukewarm, neither cold nor hot. So therefore, I'm going to spit you out. That's what he says, you guys. God would rather you be cold or hot, not lukewarm. If you think about coffee, it's like you got these cold brews people like, then you got hot coffee. And have you ever had a cup of coffee? It's been sitting on the counter for like 20 minutes. It's disgusting. It's gross. You can't drink it. You got to pour it down the sink, And what God is saying is, like, these people want to be about the world and about God at the same time. They're not really 100%. They want to be fake. It's like they want to be like a politician sitting on the fence. They do. That's what the world gets us like. The world gets us to be these lukewarm, fake, not really about anything, kind of a way. And you talk to most people, everything is about being politically correct. And politically correct, that's the ultimate lukewarm thing, And the whole world is about this lukewarm crap, And it's not what God calls us to be. He calls us to be on his side. Not to be lukewarm, not to be, I'm going to sit on the fence and be political about it. It's like, I can be with Satan sometimes and God the other time. And, it's like you're dating some girl, but she's dating her ex sometimes still and whatever. And you're like, yo, it's me or it's him. I'd rather you just go be with him than being back and forth with both me and him. It's exactly like that. And for the men watching this, that's exactly what all of us would say if we're not cowards, hey, why don't you just go be with this mofo and not even be, or be with me? Binary choice. Some things are binary choices. It can be one way or the other. Stop trying to sit on the fence. People are going to sit on the fence so much, they'll have freaking splinters go right up their ass. Yeah, they will. And it's frustrating. It really is, because I've been in the church. I've been around these people. It's not just Christians, it's everybody, but I've been around it, and it's just like, these people are so fake, and half-hearted and just like kind of doing it to do it, and phoning it in, not putting in full effort, not really trying, not really going for it, just kind of like, it's like you have to go for it or not go for it. You're in or you're out. And what God is saying here is, I'd rather you be some weirdo Satanist guy who's freaking carving a pentagram into your arm than be this lukewarm, well, I go to church on Sunday, but I don't really tell my coworkers I'm a Christian, and da-da-da-da, and just judgmental and fake, and, more about social status and all this complete freaking BS. That's what it is. It's BS. And look, guys, my second video I made is called Be Wary of the Church. And I'm driving in my car, going on a rant, talking about how, these Christians and stuff are fake and they're not really doing what Jesus says. And right when I say the word, they're lukewarm Christians, bro, I look up at a building and the address is like 1,666. If you watch that video, I get out of my car and I actually, drive around a little bit, get in front of the building, videotape it, and confirm that. So that's confirmed. That's confirmed, so that's why I'm making this video. There's a guy, John Clements and the Chosen Family. I watch his stuff sometimes. And in his lives and all his stuff, he's always mentioning this, lukewarm Christians, lukewarm, don't be lukewarm. It's in the collective conscience of us chosen ones. It is. It is, you guys. Yeah, and it's something that, like, I have to talk about. I do. I really do. Sorry, guys, I gotta turn right. There's cars coming and stuff. But yeah, I have to talk about it. It's in the collective conscience. And it's like everywhere you go, you get these fake, lukewarm people who want to sit on the fence about everything and live a life of like, they think neutrality is righteousness. It's not. It's not. They want to make their entire lives about neutrality, And I've been in situations where I was getting narked out bad. And because the whole community had this idea of stay neutral. Stay neutral at all costs. Yeah, they had this mentality, and they had that in their heart as well, to be neutral at all costs. That is the righteousness of this world. That is the righteousness of the Matrix. Be neutral. Don't get involved in anything. Don't take a side on anything. And if you're going to the bus stop, there's two dudes arguing, you don't know what's going on, you don't know these people from Adam, yeah, sure, stay neutral. But with people and with things that are close to your heart, and with your life mission, with your mission from God, you're going to be neutral about that? Between God and Satan, you're going to say, I'm just going to be neutral. You're choosing Satan, and you're going to go to hell. They will go to hell for doing that. They will. Because they are choosing Satan over God. I don't know, think about the Holocaust, or I don't know, some atrocities, some bad stuff happening in the world. I don't know, slavery, whatever you want to think about. Freaking the Great Leap Forward in China. Not a lot of people know about that, but that was really, really horrible. And you say, well, I see both sides of it. I'm just going to remain neutral. No. We do not remain neutral. We choose the side of good. We fight for righteousness. We stand up for righteousness. We do not sit on a fence. It's better to almost be pro. It's better to be pro that, because that. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Because at least you could, if you make a change, you're not going to go in the middle. Like, look at St. Paul in the Bible. In the beginning, St. Paul was persecuting the Christians as hard as possible. He was a high-ranking Pharisee, and he was writing orders and decrees for Christians to be killed. Then he encountered God, and he went all the way the other way. You know, it's the same with the Satanist guy carving a pentagram on his arm. If he decides to change things up, he's not going to be neutral. He's going to say, I am going to be fully righteous. I am going to go fully the other way. I will not sit on the fence. But that's how people are, man. They're just a bunch of freaking fence-sitting pansies. They sit on the fence their whole entire lives and never stand up to anything. And that's what God says he's going to do. He's going to spit out these lukewarm people. Yeah. That's what he says in the book of Revelations. And guys, we have to be one way or the other, on or off, in or out. You know, these people, they want to be Christians and they want to be about the world at the same time. And they have this, you know, I talk about moral relativism a lot. So moral relativism it's not objective morality. It's just people making up right and wrong. And that's what it is. This neutrality of, oh, it's okay, and da-da-da-da. And all these narcissists are lukewarm too. They sit on the fence about everything. There is no conviction about anything. Oh, it's okay, I guess. And as long as you don't bother anybody too much or upset the status quo, things are fine. No. Be good. Upset the status quo. The truth is very offensive to people who believe in a lie. Offend them. Tell it anyways. I don't care if they get offended by the truth. And look, guys, you got to be slick. You got to be clever. It's a battle. It's a war out there. Don't be blunt about everything. You got to be freaking clever and slick. You know, Jesus also said, be as gentle as a lamb and as shrewd as a serpent. So, yeah, you got to be clever sometimes. But, like, the truth is offensive. Jesus Christ told the truth and he got crucified because the Pharisees were so offended by it. And the Romans were so lukewarm, they were just like, well, you know, this guy, I don't know, I don't really see anything wrong with him, but they want us to do it, and it's law, so let's freaking torture him and nail him to a cross, whatever. Yeah. The truth is very offensive in this lukewarm world. And it's why so many freaking people have a do-nothing attitude. Oh, I'll make a Facebook post about it. What do? Nothing. They do nothing. That's what they do. That's their righteousness. Sit back and do nothing. Sit back and watch. Don't actually help anybody. Don't do any good deeds. You know? Just sit back and do nothing. Be neutral. That's their form of righteousness. And they are so deluded that they believe that's actually the right thing. No. We sat back and did nothing. We were neutral. That was the right thing to do. No, it wasn't. God is literally saying, I'd rather you be on the side of evil than sit on the fence like that. Because you're taking the side you are taking the side of evil by doing that. You are taking the side of evil by doing that. Guys, I'm sorry about these coughs. My asthma's acting up. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. Guys, by being neutral and by just sitting back and not helping out, not getting involved, not speaking up, not saying anything, you are taking the side of evil. You are. Whoa. Okay. This guy in front of me is driving like a man. Okay, but people don't know how to drive here. But, yeah, you are taking the side of evil by doing that. You are. Oh, my God, you guys. It's the whole world. It's the whole world. And, you know, I don't care if I'm coughing. I don't care if this video is not slick, if it's blunt, if it's sloppy. I don't give a crap. This message needs to get out there. people need to know the truth. Even if it's a little bit sloppy and I'm coughing and it's whatever and I'm yelling, people need to hear this because it is the truth. Everyone is just sitting on a freaking fence. They're just sitting on a freaking fence their whole lives. All it is fence sitting. All it is neutrality. All it is, oh, don't take a side. Don't get involved. That's everything. Get involved. Take a side. Get off that fence. And don't tolerate these freaking fence sitters in your life. You know, call them out on their BS. Tell them, it's like so many people who just didn't back me up. And all you had to do was just back me up a little bit. Man. But they chose the lukewarm path. They did. They chose to be a bunch of lukewarm, fence-sitting jackasses. That's what all the politicians do. Oh, I don't want to offend anybody and lose any votes, so I have to speak very carefully about this. And lukewarm people, when they're around one group of friends, they'll display one face, but around a different group of friends, they will act completely different. They will. They will. And it's ridiculous. And like, lukewarm people are so fake. Choose a side. Have an identity. Yeah. At least the dude, the Satanist guy who carved a freaking pentagram into his arm, at least he has an identity. He knows what he's about. He knows what side he's on. These lukewarm people, they have no sense of identity. They don't. They do not. I don't care if I keep coughing. I don't care if I run my car off the road. I don't care what the hell happens. This message is getting out. It is. It is. I don't care what's going on. This message is getting out. I don't give a crap. I don't care at all. Yeah. They have no sense of identity or of purpose or of who they are because they spend their whole life being bland. Being boring, being flavorless. Yeah, they spend their whole entire lives being bland, boring, flavorless, trying not to offend anybody. That's what their whole life is. It's not offending people. It is. Yep, and they have no sense of identity because if they take on a sense of identity, well, they've chosen a side. They have. By taking on any kind of sense of identity, they have chosen a side, so they choose not to. They choose to be these amorphous blobs. They choose to be chameleons, always changing their colors, because they will not be anything solid. They don't stand on anything. They stand on nothing. Which is why they do this lukewarm BS. It's why they do it, because they're too scared to stand on anything. They're too scared to be committed to anything. If they commit themselves to something, well, they got to stick with that. They got to stand on that. They got to be about that. They don't want to be about nothing. They don't want to be about anything. Yeah, they don't want to be about nothing. They want to be a bland, amorphous blob that will change at the whims of society. So around one group of people, they're one way, and around another group of people, they're another way, and they don't have any values they actually hold because they are lukewarm. Yeah. There is no... Yeah, there's... What can they do? What can they do? They are just these little cowardly, snakish, shapeshifter, fake mofos. And guys, it's not just me saying it. It's Jesus Christ saying it. It is. Pull out the book of Revelations. Read the Bible. See what it says. Revelations 3:15 and 3:16. Yes, you are neither hot or cold, but you are lukewarm. I will spit you out. That's what it says. It does. They're so scared to even be anybody. They won't even be anybody. They won't even assume any kind of an identity. They will not assume any kind of an identity. They want to play everything safe and not take any kind of a risk with anything. Yes, everything they do is about just playing it safe. I'm going to play it safe. Cowards, fakers, lukewarm fools doing exactly what the system wants them to do. Because when they do that, they follow the matrix. They're just lukewarm. So what the matrix says, they do. And they become pawns in the hands of Satan. This is how most Christians are. This is how most of the world is. Yeah, people are just these malleable, lukewarm, fake, flavorless. And just like you hang around these lukewarm people, they're just so boring because they won't develop any kind of a personality. They are terrified to actually have a personality. That's what they do. Oh, I'm just going to be lukewarm. Yeah, they won't develop a freaking personality. You talk to them. They have no personality whatsoever. They're just like something fake. Like, well, you know, the new Drake song was kind of nice, and the local sports team was pretty good, I guess. And, you know, they just pick these things that they know are going to be safe and that other people will like it. Oh, well, I like it too. Well, I thought the Drake song was all right. And yeah, I watched the game this weekend. It's this safeness. Everything is just about being safe and not taking a risk. God forbid they take a risk. God forbid they actually be somebody. They just want to impress other people. They just want to please other people. That's all it is. And they have no sense of personal identity whatsoever. And they just act so fake. It is the most ridiculous thing in the world. Yeah. So guys, like, be real, be in or out, be with it or against it. Don't be on this lukewarm stuff. And remember, Jesus Christ says you're better off being against it, being cold, than just being neutral about it. Because at least if you're against it, there's an opportunity for you to switch over and become about it. And at least if you're against it, you have an identity. You actually stand on something. You actually are something. If you are neutral, you are nothing. You are in the realm of nothingness. And they think that's great. Oh, I'm so neutral. I have no personality. I have nothing that's unique about me. I blend in with everybody. They just want to blend in. They just want to blend in. That's all they want to do. They don't want to stand out at all. They don't want to be anybody. They don't want to be about anything. There's no value to these people. They are worthless. You know, they're going to be spat out and thrown into hell. And it's just, they're about the system and about the matrix. And if you're like, hey, I'm not going to be lukewarm, I'm going to actually be something, they freak out. That's what the matrix is. It's just being lukewarm. It's part of it. There's a lot of other stuff, but that's what it really is. It's about being lukewarm and being fake and being about nothing. Just not being about anything whatsoever. Yeah. All right, guys. I think I probably should wrap this one up. Remember, be hot or be cold. You know, be hot. Be about what you're about. Be all in. Be 100%. Go for it. You know, put the freaking pedal to the metal. Put the gas to the floor. You know, yeah. And remember, as always, love your fellow. Be kind. Try to even love your enemy. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate the views, and yeah, give me a like, leave some comments below, share the video, help this channel grow, and yeah, God bless everybody.